Yesterday, C West asked me if I could do a video about the best characters for Toad Riley, and I do take my viewer requests very seriously, so today we're going to be talking about the best characters for Toad Riley.
Let me start off by saying I'm working on a new backdrop system using a tack board, but that's not ready yet, so for now, we got this corner. Now, to answer the question, there isn't really a best character to Toad Riley per se. The different characters have their own sets of strengths and weaknesses, and certain characters are better on certain maps, some are better for certain strategies and certain playstyles. So today we're going to be looking at the strengths and weaknesses of all of them, comparing them, and seeing how they play on certain maps. So without any further introduction, let's do that.
So here I've made a character comparison chart that we're going to use to compare the different characters, and hopefully you'll be able to decide from this which character you think is best for you. So all the characters go at a normal pace when running, except for Toad, who goes much faster than the rest. He'll sprint. So if you're wanting a fast character, you're definitely going to want to go with Toad. Now, as far as super mushrooms go, only Mario and Luigi can eat super mushrooms. The rest of the characters cannot use super mushrooms. If you don't know what super mushrooms are, basically, if Mario or Luigi eats them, then they will grow taller, be able to jump higher, and if they run into an enemy or spikes or something like that, they will just become smaller again instead of immediately going back into the bubble. But the trade-off is the other characters, although they can't use the super mushroom, they will actually get a coin bonus from the super mushrooms. So it's kind of, you get to decide if you don't think you're going to die or you don't think you're going to get hit, then you should go with one of those other characters so that you get the coins. But if you think that it's an issue that you might get hit and lose more coins, then you might as well go with one of the characters that can use Super Mushroom. Next, we'll talk about the jumps. Mario, Toad, and Toadette have just the normal jump. They just jump up, come back down. No, the other three have their own unique jumping abilities. Luigi is going to have a mini flutter jump, is what I'm going to call that. And Yoshi has a flutter jump. If you don't know what a flutter jump is, it's basically when the character jumps, if you keep holding down on the screen, they'll kind of kick their legs like they're fluttering, hence the name, and they'll continue to go up higher than they were going before. And it's good if you like fall off a ledge or something, you don't think you're gonna make it, and you can just climb thin air back up. So the reason I'm calling Luigi's a mini flutter jump is because it doesn't go quite as high as Yoshi's does, but it's good to know that Yoshi's actually takes longer to run to actually work than Luigi's does. Luigi's is almost immediately. Yoshi will take a few seconds sometimes for him to start going. So I wouldn't necessarily say Luigi's is worse than Yoshi. They just work a little bit differently. And when we get into the gameplay portion of this video, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, Peach, she has the floaty jump, or I'm going to say hover jump. Makes a bit more sense. Basically, after she goes up, instead of continuing to go up, she's going to come back down, but she's going to do it. If you keep holding the screen, she'll come back down really, really, really slow. So that's good if you're like about to fall on some spikes or something, you just kind of float over them. And you'll be able to see again how that works when we get there. So next, the twirls in the air. If you don't know what I'm talking about, some of the characters, if you just tap real quick while they're in air, they'll kind of they'll do like a twirly thing, which is gonna allow them to stay in the air a little bit longer. And that doesn't sound useful at all, but trust me, in some sticky situations, it can be really useful to help you get out of that. And I hope you'll be able to see that when we get into the gameplay portion. So Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette are able to do the swirls in the air, twirls, I'm sorry. But on the other hand,
It's 4 o'clock.
Apparently, it's 4 o'clock. But I don't feel like re-recording this, so yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Anyways, Peach does not twirl in the air, and Yoshi does not twirl in the air. So just keep that in mind. If the air twirls, if you use those a lot, you're not going to be able to use those with Peach or Yoshi. Now finally, all of the characters, spikes equals death, minus Yoshi, because for some odd reason, Yoshi can walk on spikes. I really don't know how that works, but it works. So if you're having a lot of trouble with spikes and munchers and that kind of thing, you should use Yoshi. Also, one more bonus on Yoshi, because Yoshi is just absolutely broken. There are some situations where you'd want to use the other characters, but for the most part, Yoshi's just broken and overpowered. But anyways, he could also, he has different color variations, which I'll show you, and you'll be able to get bonuses. You get extra toads, like 4 or 5, I think, if you do it right. Extra toads of that particular color, just for using Yoshi. So that's also something to keep in mind. But there you have it. That's a comparison of the abilities of all the characters. You can pause the video and take a look at this chart some more if you'd like, and you can make your final decision. If you still don't know, if you don't quite understand what's going on, that's okay, because we're about to get into the gameplay portion where I'm going to show you how each of these characters play on different maps. So for the record, it has been a while since I played Super Mario Run, so please don't judge any bad performance that may occur during this video. Now, I was originally going to show you all the characters on all the maps, but that ended up taking way too long than expected, and about 20 minutes in, I cut it off because I didn't want this video to be excruciatingly long and boring to watch. So we're actually just going to show all the characters running on the same map. And of course, we're going to use just the regular Acorns Plain map. So we'll start with Mario, and we'll see how Mario performs in Toad Rally. And the Acorn Plains really is the most played Toad Rally course, so that kind of makes sense. Missed it, darn it. At least I got the coin rush. I even missed that coin also. For sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip those. So now you see how Mario performs. Now we'll see how Luigi performs on the same map, hopefully. Maybe a little bit different, but that's fine. Nope, same map. Missed that one. Kind of some awkward performance here. I wouldn't say bad, kind of awkward. Sorry about that. That was bad. Oh, I didn't notice the star wore off. Whatever, probably lost this one, but I still hope you got a better idea of how Luigi performs in Toad Rally. Oh, I won. next character we're going to look at is Peach. Definitely not my favorite, but I want to show you guys how all the characters run. So that's how that floaty jump, or as I call it, the hover jump, works. Darn, that sucked because I couldn't get out of there. So I get a little bit distracted for a little while there. But let's move on to our next character. Unfortunately, we don't appear to have the Acorn Plain maps here. So we'll go ahead and use this one instead. Using Toad for this one. I think Toad will actually do good on this one. We'll see. That didn't work that well. So the biggest issue I have with Toad is maybe that Toad's a little bit too fast. Yeah. That's about that. If the Acorn Plain maps show up, I'll do it. If not, I think we'll have to be done with Toad. I think Toadette will be able to do a little bit better on this map. I don't think there was any avoiding that. Darn. What? Well, I obviously just cannot do this map, so yeah. Sorry about that. Now that we have Acorn Plains back, let's go ahead and do Toad again, because I think you'll be a bit more impressed with Toad on Acorn Plains. was how Toad performed on Toad Rally. I don't think we need to do Toadette again because it's pretty self-explanatory. Toadette doesn't really have any abilities at all. It's just for looks. If you want to have a pink toad with pigtails running around in your Toad Rally. Now finally, let's check out Yoshi, arguably the most broken and overpowered character in the game. But he still has some weaknesses. Whoops. Now, depending on which Yoshi that you select, you'll have a Toad bonus of that color. Since I chose Green Toad, I'm probably going to get a few Green Toads on this round. Man, I love doing that. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for that. I hope you now have a better understanding of how some of the different characters perform and how they're different.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Who do you think is the best character for Toad Rally? Be sure to put your opinion down in the comments below. There'll also be a poll, hopefully, where you can answer, and I'll be able to check later and see how many people voted for each character. Also, be sure to subscribe, because summer's almost here, which means more videos and more live streams more often, so there's never been a better time for you to subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate the support. Now, I don't think I'm going to have any more Super Mario Run videos coming soon, but if you really, really want that, there's also going to be a poll for that popping up. So, if you really want your Super Mario Run videos, be sure to hit yes on the poll. And if you have any other ideas for new Super Mario Run videos, put them down in the comments also. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like for more Super Mario Run videos. Share with your friends. And I'll see you all in my next one. Goodbye.